Man, playing Helldivers 2 recently has been wild. I've got some upgrades to my ship, and I guess you could say I've played the game a little bit. Plus, I started a YouTube channel, and hey, that's doing pretty good. And if you're watching this, you might have seen one of my videos already. Like this one. Or maybe this one. I missed! You guys really seem to enjoy it, so I was thinking that I could make...
Imagine shooting point blank and you still miss.
Huh? What are you talking about? That video was just a... Casuals, lol. Took 2 bombs and 1 rocket. Good luck when chased by 4 of them. Guys, I think we're missing the point of the video here.
No wonder I can't pass the game sometimes. Y'all aim is ass, LMAO.
Hey, come on, just give me a chance to... Loser. Fuck, I hate to hear that whining all game. Having this much trouble with just 1 Titan? Don't even try level 7+, bro.
Uninstall the game. Wasted $50, didn't you?
Not that funny. Not that funny?!
They should have left you because you threw so hard. Yeah, you were trying way too hard to make it funny.
This video was so short, I actually think it was the lowest Helldivers video ever in YouTube. I don't consume Helldivers content, so I think you wasted all of your time, money, energy, and bitches for this, silly, for this. I'm gonna need you to calm down, kiddo. Take your medicine. You'll feel much better. And I'll say this, kiddo, you are awful at video games. Now, have a wonderful weekend, and how you had a great day at school today, and that you continue to have great days at school. Remember to be nice to mommy too, okay? Okay, but seriously, what the fuck? This was annoying to hear. Yeah, well, me and you both, buddy. So, anyways, I was gonna say I wanted to make an advanced guide on Helldivers 2. So, if you're still watching, here it is. Let's start out with weapons. When it comes to a primary, in my personal opinion, the Breaker is unmatched, doing considerably more damage than its counterparts, and having a higher fire rate with low recoil. You can't go wrong with this weapon. The only downside is that you're gonna have to reload a lot. Now, the CEO of Arrowhead has said that the stats in-game don't paint the whole picture. So, at the end of the day, it is your decision. And obviously, some weapons are worse than others in different situations or playstyles, but I've found that the Breaker is best overall. Just keep in mind that if you pick the wrong weapon and you're in the wrong situation, this could happen.
You never see it coming. You say that my mind is the best for right.
The same applies to a secondary. I personally run the Redeemer, but the Senator is also great. Again, don't stress about this one too much, but just pick one that feels right to you. Let's get to armor. Despite clickbaity videos you might see on YouTube, helmets and capes do not have any effect on gameplay. At least, not yet anyway. The only thing that really matters is your chest piece. Choosing the right one really boils down to understanding your playstyle. Are you a scout, stealthy type that loves to have your stamina all the time? Pick a light armor. Are you someone who loves to hold areas and be able to take a hit? Heavy's for you. Anywhere in between? Go medium! The hero of the Federation armor with the Democracy Protects armor passive has saved my ass more times than I can count. The important thing is to make sure that your stratagems, armor, and weapons all complement your playstyle to give yourself the best chance of survival. And while we're on the topic, let's get the stratagems. If you've been in the Helldivers community at all recently, you know that the tier list between these stratagems is heavily debated. People can't even decide if the 500 kg is good or not. So I'm here to tell you to pick whatever the fuck you want. If you like the railgun, take the railgun. If you want the spear, go for the spear. If you want an orbital laser, take the fucking orbital laser. As long as your team is well-rounded and can take down the more heavily armored enemies, you should have no problem completing the mission. Unless you throw 380 mics at your teammates and almost kill them.
I'll start backing up.
I've been backing up. Much more I gotta back up. Oh! Also, because I didn't mention earlier, make sure you take a booster. Don't be that guy. The stamina one is best. Just hit the stamina one. In my first Noob's Guide to Helldivers 2 video, I covered how to get ship modules, but I didn't cover how to get samples to upgrade them, so I'll quickly run through that. And real quick, if you don't know what a ship module is, they're basically upgrades to your ship that allow you to do different things, like allowing Eagle 1 to carry more missiles, or reducing cooldown times for different types of stratagems. Anyways, finding samples is pretty simple. All you gotta do is go to any point of interest on the map, main or side objective, nests, fabricators, anything like that. There's a good chance you'll run into some. However, the most difficult one to find is super samples. These only start to spawn on the suicide mission difficulty and above, and the higher the difficulty, the more samples will spawn. These only spawn on one spot on the map, but it is in a random spot every time. Luckily, you'll be able to see a strangely phallic rock structure that these things always spawn around. Just keep an eye out in the distance for this thing, and you should be able to snatch them up in no time. And while I'm giving out tips and tricks, here's some advice on how to maximize your movement. As I mentioned earlier, stamina is key, and sometimes you're running away from something but drain your stamina, and you really need to get away, using a stim is a viable option to fully regain your stamina, if you don't have enough time to recover normally. Just keep in mind you can only stim if you've taken damage. Also, try to avoid any rough terrain like bushes, barbed wire, deep snow, or these little exploding things. If you do happen to get slowed, I like to dive to at least get some distance while I'm waiting for the effect to wear off. Diving is also a really good way to dodge chargers, spit attacks, rockets, and really anything, to be honest. Also, it is possible to try to lead chargers into walls, so if you do that, they'll go ahead and stun themselves. Or another tip is to get enemies to accidentally kill each other in the process of trying to get to you. The best way to tackle a mission is by playing smart. Work as a team and communicate on a plan that everyone abides by. Whether it's staying together or splitting up, everyone should specialize in something so that when different problems arise, someone has a solution for it. Being prepared before the mission is essential, as that's where victory and defeat is often decided. But if you got all that down, you're more than ready to drop in for democracy. Godspeed, Helldiver. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, it's to just have fun. Don't get caught up in arguing with others about which weapon and armor is meta, or get mad at someone for running a stratagem you don't like. At its core, this game is best when taken not too seriously. You should enjoy your missions with whoever you play with, regardless of the outcome. And honestly, it's really the community that gives this game so much life. And speaking of community, I just wanted to close out this video by thanking everyone who stuck around this long into it. And also those who subscribed early on into my YouTube career, if you could call it that. But you guys mean a lot to me, honestly. And if this thing does somehow take off, I'll never forget about you guys, who were the first ones to support me. I may be Trace of Spades, but you guys are the real aces. And wherever this journey goes, we're going all in. So be safe. I love y'all. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.